Hey everybody, it's Dr. Donnie. This week for Wellness Wednesday, we're talking water. As in, how much water do you actually need for your body to be at its best from a health-wise and to avoid dehydration. And then we're going to talk about just different ways that you can increase your water intake and just kind of more fun ways to drink water and just to change it up a little bit. So ultimately, the criteria is half your body weight in ounces. Is how much your body actually needs. Now, this is the thing, is everybody's different. If you're bigger, you need more water than someone who's smaller, just because you've got more cells and your body's bigger. So if you were to, let's just say for a general number, you weigh 200 pounds. So half of that is 100. So someone who weighs 200 pounds really needs about 100 ounces of water a day. Now there's 33 ounces in a liter. So if you do the math, that's approximately 3 liters. So someone who weighs about 200 pounds should get approximately 3 liters of water a day. So you can do the math on your own to figure it out. But say you're someone you figured out you need, 2 liters of water a day. My best recommendation would be to get one of those 2-liter bottles, and then basically you fill it up in the morning, and you have to have 2 of them by the time you go to bed. And that's ideally for your body, like I said, to function at its best. So how can you kind of, add some things to it to make it a little more fun? Well, my favorite tip is fruit. So like, for example, the other day we bought a watermelon. So I cut a bunch of pieces of watermelon in it, and I put it in a jug, filled it up, and left it in the fridge. You leave it for about 12 to 24 hours, and you come back and you have watermelon flavored water, which is tasty, it's different, just gives it a little bit of flavor. So you could use anything. You could use lemons, limes, cucumber, mint. Basically any fruit. You can use oranges, you can use strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, whatever you want. But I would leave it in there for a little bit, and that's going to flavor the water, and it just makes it taste a little good. I've had some people that are like, oh, I add Crystal Light to it and different things. Like, just careful with those things with artificial sugars and white sugar and things like that. Now you're kind of not really getting as good of a health benefit because there are negative effects of those things. So stick with fruit. And another thing that you could do is herbal tea. So teas that do not have any caffeine, those count as water. So like peppermint tea and chamomile tea and things like that. There's no caffeine there, so that's hydrating. One other thing, talking about caffeine, is if you do drink any coffee or like pop, Coke, any of these things that have some caffeine in it, the caffeine aspects of it are dehydrating. So they actually take water out of your body. So ideally, if you're going to have a cup of coffee, you literally need to have 1 cup of water just to get you to neutral. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I have a coffee every day, and it just means I try and have a little bit more water to balance that out. But if you're somebody that has like 4 or 5 coffees a day, that's going to be quite challenging for you to get enough water. And I would argue that possibly why you feel you need so much coffee is probably because you're exhausted, because you're dehydrated. So that's something to think about, and if you have more questions about that, you can always ask me when you're in with your appointment. But starting to decrease caffeine and increase water can actually help people with so many different aspects, including energy. So I hope that motivates you to start to explore, try different fruit with your water, and try different things, but really figure out how much your body needs and make sure that you're getting it. And if you do that, it's going to affect you in so many different ways with your health, from digestion to energy to how you feel to aches and pains to muscle tension to sleep. There's lots of different factors, but it's awesome for you. I guarantee that. Have a great day.